don't you know that there's no way you're not going to get there? Like, don't you know that it's just going to work out for you as well? And if you were in disbelief right now, I can totally get that. But I have seen too many people change. Too many crazy things got different. Hi, my name is Nora, and I make videos about personal development, self-discovery, and how you can live a more joyful, fulfilling life. In today's video, I want to talk with you about something that very much excites me because it's all got to do with my passion for this work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it's what has brought me during this entire 3 years of meditating and how it has changed me and how it has transformed me. And I love to talk about that because I am just a normal person like anybody else. There's nothing really special about me. And yet this work has done things that feel very special to me and has changed me in so many amazing ways. And I now know that like it's possible for everyone. Like this work is not excluded for a selective amount of people, a selective group that needs to be or do or have something special. This is just for the normal person that wants to experience the supernatural. And it's awesome. It's amazing, very fulfilling, and it's very much ready for you. So if you've watched any of my videos before, you may know that I found this work when I needed it the most, like so many others. And that was when I was struggling with my health. And as you may know, I was dealing with headaches that were chronic and that were very intense, and they were impacting my daily life. And it has gotten to the point where I just was not sure if life was worth living if you were dealing with so much pain. So that's a little bit of a side note for you to understand where I come from with regards to starting this work. But what I want to talk with you about is not how it affected my health, because I made other videos about that. But I want to talk with you about the fact that it has changed my entire outlook on life, the mental aspect of this entire game. So doing the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza changed my entire state of being. It's changed the way I think, it changed my outlook on life, it changed my relationships, and all in a better, positive way. But sometimes when you experience these changes yourself in your life, changes can be a bit disruptive, and it can come with changes that are not always fun. So I wouldn't say the whole journey was like butterflies and fun. None of that. Like, none of that. No, like you get confronted with who you are being if you're doing this work. It's not just the meditations, it's that you get to experience who you are being. And if that who you are being is not living his or her dream life, then there's something for you to work on. And what I absolutely love about the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza is that he lets you take full responsibility for your life. There is not going to be a circumstance that you can blame things for. And at first that may be harsh, especially if you feel like, yeah, but this happened to me and it's unfair. So I got to deal with lots of injustice, also about the headaches, like why am I struggling like that? Which is normal, I think, to feel that way. And it's also very much accepted by our society, but it honestly doesn't serve you. And this is a realization that just has gotten like throughout the time I've realized this in doing the work that I could be just about it, I could be right in my viewpoint, but it doesn't really serve me. And if I keep on living in the emotions of my past and of feeling frustration and anger and resentment, then in no way is that going to create like a vision of the future that is the unknown, full of possibilities, happy feelings, gratitude, like that side. Also, by the way, I want to take note that I am not in any way affiliated with Dr. Joe Dispenza or any of his companies. I'm just very passionate about the work. It has brought me a lot. And ever since I started this channel, I started talking about it. It has just brought me so much as well to read people's comments. I do one-on-one calls now. They just give me so much energy because it's so much fun to see some people's transformations. Honestly, I came out of a one-on-one call with one of my clients, and she is doing so well. Whereas first of all, she was filled like with more frustration, and I just now looked at her and she was just like all about talking about her future self, mentioning the positive aspect. Like she has changed her mindset, and that is absolutely wonderful to notice, because transformation is for everybody. And I'm not going to say it's easy, because very often it's not. But if you take a chance on yourself and you go after what you want and you change who you're being and you do the meditations and you try to focus and steer your thoughts towards those positive thoughts that really help you. Ah, it's just wonderful. It's wonderful to watch in someone else. It's wonderful to watch within your own life. Very often you need to take a little like zoom out from your life to notice the effects, because sometimes in the day to day you may think like, have I really changed? Or if you got frustrated or something bad happened to you, you may fall back into the emotions of the past, which is absolutely normal, very human. Um, but it's all about how long you're going to stay in there. Like, how long are you going to stay in there? And if you are willing to choose better feeling thoughts, if you're willing to choose a vision of your future, who you want to be, whether that's someone has living their dream job, whether that's someone that has found their perfect partner, or is healthy again, can do anything physical that they want, it doesn't matter what your wish is. If you send out the signal and you align with it emotionally, that's a very important part. So you get clear on what it is that you want, and then you draw it to you by feeling the feelings of what it will be like if you are already there. Then at a certain time, there's no way you're not going to get it. This is just a routine. This is a step. This is a method. It's been scientifically proven. You can find all the details from that on Dr. Joe Dispenza's website. They're doing lots of great research, which all helps build this profile of understanding change, understanding transformation, which I think is very important. Because if there's one thing that this world deserves, it would be that people are are going to be more in alignment. They're going to be happier with themselves. They're going to live from a state of joy and fulfillment and love and gratitude. And then they're going to be so much more fun humans to be around, and they're going to give and they're going to spread, and people are going to look at you and say, I don't know what you're doing, but I want to have some of you. And then it's just like Dr. Joe Dispenza sometimes says this, like, um, sickness can spread across the community, but so can wellness and well-being spread across the community. And I think if you're part of this community and you are willing to take a chance on yourself, you're willing to do the work, you are learning about what it is that you can do to become a happier, healthier, better version of yourself, then that is such an accomplishment. And you can be so proud of you for taking the step in your transformation. Um, Almost makes me emotional to think about, but it's just wonderful that there are so many humans together and we can connect on the internet and we can feel each other's presence in the fact that we are striving towards better versions of ourselves and then contribute to a better community, a better society. Um, and that's beautiful to me. So I want to say that doing the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza for over 3 years now, it changes you in more ways than you would have ever thought. Like, maybe you're just focusing on one element now, which may be the health part or wealth part or relationship part. Uh, but it's not going to stay there. Like, if you change an aspect in the field about yourself, if you are changing limiting emotions and becoming more whole, then that's going to affect every single element of your life, every aspect of your personality, of what you're sending out. And it's beautiful and it's unknown and it can be surprising and it can be tough at times, but don't be too hard on yourself. Like, transformation is not linear. Sometimes it may go up and down, but in the end of the day, you are growing as a person. And if you are willing to take this ride, if you are working on yourself, then that's just a huge accomplishment, and I'm proud of you. I want to add that you have no clue what your life is going to look like in a few years if you continue doing this work. Like, I would have never thought 3 years ago that my life would look like this. Now I'm wondering, because since I'm continuing doing the work, I only get more and more excited about it. What will my life look like in 3, 5, or 10 years? How will the unknown manifest itself into my life? How much more mystical moments can I experience? Um, what crazy things can I manifest out of the blue? Like, what does it take to become a master? There are so many fun things about developing these skills, developing your knowledge, experiencing synchronicities that are just not from this world. Like, there is so much more divinity in our lives. And if you get to experience that, then the only thing you want to do is continue and find out what else is there. I have seen so many beautiful transformations from this work that you're not going to be able to tell me that it's not possible for you. Anyway, you got to see it as a journey. So picture yourself driving from, say, Amsterdam to Budapest. As long as you're going east, you're getting closer to Budapest than that you're going to Amsterdam. But you can take detours. Moment you start disbelieving your future, or the moment you're experiencing very limiting emotions. But if next day you decide that you still want to go to Budapest and then you keep on driving towards that direction, then one day you will get there. And it's not like if you start driving there, you expect to be there in the first 10 minutes. And that's the same with meditating. If you start your meditations and you're like, I want to heal this situation, or I want to change this and this aspect of my life, and you are impatient and you expect it to have it in 10 minutes, then it's probably just not going to happen. Just like you're not impatient if you're driving from Amsterdam to Budapest, you expect it to take a certain amount of hours. It's all about keeping your direction, keeping focus. And if you lose focus for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, that's not a problem. But you just got to be honest with yourself. If you're feeling more limiting emotions, if you're more living in the emotions of stress, which are survival emotions, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling angry, all of those feelings, those are, they call them normal emotions to feel, but they don't contribute to you living your dream life. And even though you may be completely justified, it doesn't make sense to linger in them, because it's only you they are affecting. And even that moment, you notice yourself drifting off in those lower emotional frequencies, and you make a conscious decision that you want to go after your dream, you want to drive to Budapest, then that is a huge accomplishment. That is so powerful, because you are sending out a signal in a quantum field. This is who I'm being, and this is where I'm going to. And don't you know that there's no way you're not going to get there? Like, don't you know that it's just going to work out for you as well? And if you were in disbelief right now, I can totally get that. But I have seen too many people change. Too many crazy things got different. Too many people that were dealing with terrible diseases that got healed. The miraculous is possible, and it's also possible for you. You don't have to be a superhuman. You will become one when you do this work. If in any way or form I could have inspired you to pick it up again, pick it up where you're at, or like just check in with yourself. Can you feel a little bit more gratitude for yourself today? Can you feel a little bit more gratitude for where you're at your life? Maybe for the aspects of the parts of your body that feel healthy, like maybe for the people in your life that are loving to you. If in any way or form you can increase the gratitude you feel towards that, it's going to massively shift you, because it's going to shift your energetic state, and that's your blueprint. It's what you're sending out, and it's also in the end what you're receiving. And you are just so worthy of living a life in joy, in health, in wealth, in fun. I wish you an amazing day. I hope you can linger as long as you can in those amazing emotions of your future life, and that you go after it relentlessly, because you are worth it. And if in any way you want some support, or you want some feedback, or you want someone that listens to you and believes you are unlimited and anything is possible for you, you can also find my one-on-one private calls in the link down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you the next time. Bye bye.